In this video, I'll show you how I created this fun spinner card using the elements from the Hero Arts My Monthly Hero February 2023 kit. Hi, this is Anna from Crafty Anna Studio. In February 2023, Hero Arts launched a new product, the Premium Card Kit. This kit is a step up from their classic My Monthly Hero kit. First, let's look at the classic kit for this month. This kit will come in this pouch with a white zipper. Inside this month's classic kit, we have a 3x4 stamp set with lots of sentiments and icons, a butterfly window die that cuts out an opening in the middle, and a 4-piece stencil set that colors in butterflies and flowers in the window die. Also included is a butterfly garden palette reactive ink pad with 5 colors and a small ink blending brush. This kit also comes with 2 sheets each of 8.5 by 5.5 cardstock in Star Dream Azalea, Coral, Lagoon, Amethyst, Mustard, and Iris. The Premium Kit contains all the elements in the classic plus additional products. A bottle of fuchsia and gold mica duo luster spray with lots of shine, a fancy die set of butterflies with etched wings and its coordinating frame cuts, and last but not least, 4 6x8 butterfly hero transfer sheets. Each kit has a printed card with the contents listed and some inspiration at the back. Before I create the spinning element, I'll show you how to make the trifold base. I have here 2 pieces of 4¼ by 5½ side folding card bases. Stuck together like this will create a trifold card. I will take the front part and use the butterfly die from the kit to cut out the window for the spinning element. I place it on top and align it using the star in the bottom. Here I am just eyeballing it. I place some washi tape at the top and at the bottom of the die to secure it in place before taking it to the die cutting machine. I will keep this middle part to use later on. You can see here how beautiful and detailed this die is. Butterflies, flowers, leaves, a crescent moon, and some stars. When I put the 2 card bases together, you can see that there's a tiny little gap between the top layer and the next layer. So that the trifold card fits perfectly, I will need to trim a little on each side. Only very little, about 1/8 of an inch. I will do the same for the other side. To hide the mechanism of the spinner element, I will need to cut out another window that will fit perfectly at the back. I take another panel of cardstock, place it behind the window, and trace the inside top and bottom with a pencil. I will use these traced lines as a guide to align the die. I will line up the die using the pencil marks and then put washi tape to secure it before taking it to the die cutting machine. This cutout panel will be glued to the back to hide the mechanism. I will just trim it on all sides to make sure it fits. Next, I will show how I align the stencil onto the second layer of the trifold card. First, I put the trifold card together and make sure everything fits well. Then I flip it to the back and open up the back panels, taking care not to move the front. Then I place it carefully onto my craft mat and use my one hand to hold down the top part as I secure the bottom panel with washi tape. I take the first stencil and then line it up with the butterflies. To secure it in place, I put washi tape at the top and at the bottom. Once secured, I slowly remove the panel with a die-cut window. And there you have it, perfectly aligned. For the colors of each butterfly, I will be alternating between orange, pink, and purple. And because I'm using the same blending brush for all the colors, I will start with the lightest color, which is orange. I take the brush and dab it gently on the color and then tap it off at the side of the stencil before blending. This removes excess ink and avoids harsh lines. I start with the biggest butterfly at the top, then working my way around, I skip 2 butterflies as I will be alternating colors. After coloring the orange, I will clean the stencil with a microfiber cloth to avoid cross-contamination of the colors. Then I will gently rub the blending brush on the cloth before proceeding to the next color. I will then ink blend the pink and then the purple. I will turn up the music now and come back when I move on to the next stencil. After ink blending the butterflies, I move on to the next stencil. This is the one that colors in the flowers, the moon, and stars. I place it on top of the first stencil. I use the holes in the corners to make sure that they are aligned. Then I gently remove the stencil below, keeping the top stencil in place with my hand. I double check the alignment by placing it again on top, aligning it with the butterflies, checking and adjusting the corners. When I'm satisfied with the alignment, I remove the top stencil and secure the bottom stencil with washi tape. Then I ink blend the openings in the stencil with yellow ink. After ink blending the yellow, I remove the stencil and use the next stencil to color in the leaves. This stencil also colors in the details of the flowers, so I will mask that off first before using the green ink to ink blend the leaves. I will use small pieces of washi tape to mask the openings of the flowers. Then I use the green ink to color in the leaves. After ink blending the leaves, I remove the washi and then use it as a mask to cover the leaves. After masking off the leaves, I take some embossing ink and apply it onto all the openings. I will use silver sparkle embossing powder to add some shine to the stenciled images. This, of course, is optional. After applying the embossing ink, I sprinkle the panel with silver sparkle embossing powder, and then I will heat set it off camera with a heat gun. Then I take the last stencil, the one that colors in all the little details of the butterfly wings, and apply embossing ink to that also, using the blending brush. I really love this small blending brush as it really gets into the small openings in the stencil. I will also use silver sparkle embossing powder and heat set it off camera. This is what it looks like with all the sparkle and shine. Before I assemble the card, I will stamp and heat set the sentiment, "You are special." Now I will work on the butterfly for the spinning element. For this, I'll use 2 of the butterflies in the rub-on sheet that came in the premium kit. Since the butterflies are to be assembled back to back, they must be identical on both sides. First, I cut them out from the sheet with the paper backing attached. Then I peel it off from the backing and place it on top of a scrap piece of cardstock that I had set aside earlier. Then I take a bone folder and gently rub it on top of the design. The rub-ons come with a popsicle stick to do the job, but I prefer to use the bone folder. To check if it transferred properly, I peel off one side just a little, and here you can see some parts did not transfer well, so I continue to rub it with a bone folder. Then I lifted it up again and saw that the whole thing transferred. Then I'll do the same with the other butterfly. Next, I will use the coordinating die from the Butterfly Fancy die to die cut it out. What's great about this is the dies also cut out the butterflies in the rub-on sheet. To assemble the spinning element, I place a drop of liquid glue in the back, right in the middle of the butterfly. Then, I take a piece of thread. Here I'm using 2-ply silver embroidery floss, cut to at least 10 inches long. I place the thread right in the middle and use a small piece of washi to secure it in place. Then I add more glue to the back and place the other butterfly right on top, making sure that it's all perfectly aligned. Next, I placed the butterfly on the inside opening of the window. I put washi tape on the thread at the top just to keep it from shifting around. I gently pull down on the thread while I add another dab of glue at the top and secure it more with washi. The butterfly is placed on the upper middle of the window because of the sentiment. If you do not have a sentiment on the inside, then you could place it in the center. I gently pull the thread down using the grid lines of the craft mat to make sure it's straight. I add glue at the bottom, then secure it again with washi. I take the panel I had die cut earlier, added a generous amount of glue at the front, and then flipped it and gently placed it on top of the die cut opening. I had trimmed the sides of this panel earlier for a better fit. Then I trimmed the thread at the top and at the bottom. And that's it for the spinner element. Now it's time to assemble the card. I added a generous amount of glue to the back of the card base, the one with the window opening, then adhered it to the inside of the ink blended panel. To test the spinner, I twirl the butterfly on itself several times, and then I'll close it, and when I open it, the butterfly spins. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. I would really appreciate it if you could like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I have another video where I show a different kind of spinning element. If you're interested in watching that, I will have it linked at the end. And if you're interested in the Hero Arts products I used in this video, I have it linked in the video description below. For a full list of the supplies, I have them on my blog post, which I will also link below. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, bye!